It is a beautiful day here in Ann Arbor. We are currently at the University of Michigan soccer stadium as the weather is 71 degrees. The University of Michigan Wolverines are looking to take on the Chicago State Cougars. Both teams are 2-2-1 and both coming off of a loss. Pardon the noise. We have a new setup for technical issues, so we don't have quite the sound blocking that we tend to, so you may hear a bit more of the natural sound of the stadium. The University of Michigan defense has been quite spectacular as of recently, allowing only 7.6 shots per game and 3.4 shots on goal per game, whereas the Chicago State Cougars have actually started to struggle with their shots, getting only 2 shots on goal per game in the past 5 games on average. Things are looking to get started back up here as Owen Finnerty is taking the lead as the starting goaltender today. He has played in 2 games before. He switches in and out of the starting goaltender role with Hayden Evans. Hayden Evans has made 3 starts, and now this is Owen Finnerty's 3rd as well. We're getting started here. University of Michigan getting the ball first. Uriel Zeitz, pardon me, that's mistaken. Chicago State Cougars are in fact going to get the ball first. Things are getting started any moment now. It appears that Ludovic Rocha from France will start kicking off for the Cougars. The University of Michigan Wolverines fan area, the children of, pardon me, that's soccer. The MK Ultras are going to get started with a crowd of about 10 people. All right, here we go. Game action has begun on the 0th minute. The Chicago State is passing back in the defensive zone, looking to get things started, coming up the left wing. A long pass intercepted by Quinn Rogers of the University of Michigan, and there is a foul called on Chicago State immediately. Looks like number 23, Mark Ibarra, the offensive leader for the Wolverines so far with 2 goals more than any other player, is down holding his ankle, being pulled up by Quinn Rogers, and still holding his ankle, walking gingerly. Things are looking okay for him though, as Rogers is set to take a free kick from about 10 yards in front of the halfway line on the offensive side of the pitch. He's lining up. Michigan has most of their players on the left wing. A strong kick towards the left side of the box, headed away by the defense successfully. Harry Pithers passing back to Rogers at the halfway line. Rogers passing back to Finnerty. Finnerty just at the top of the penalty box. Sends it back up to Rogers on the left side. Chicago State playing with some loose defense. Rogers across the field to the right side. Ryan Schultz in defense there. He's stopped as he's approached by a POW of Chicago State. Back to Swike. And now over to Pithers on the right side. Pithers jogging up, being approached, sends a long pass. That's going to get intercepted before Zeitz can get to it. Zeitz gets it back, passes off to Blevins. Now it's back for the Wolverines. They're still pinned in that right corner, though. A cross attempt is headed out of bounds, and it'll be a corner kick from the right side for the University of Michigan Wolverines. Things are going relatively well for the Wolverines this season. They're 2-2-1, same as Chicago State. Wolverines were held off of the scoreboard during their last game against number 12 New Hampshire, their ranked opponent debut for the season. The corner kick taken by Ibarra goes across. A header by Swike goes wide. Still in play, though. It was more of a lateral. A strong kick blocked by the defense and goes out of bounds. That was an absolute rocket from Quinn Rogers on the left side, hitting one of the players from Chicago State in what appeared to be the back and went out of bounds on the left side. It'll be a throw-in for Michigan. Thank you for tuning in to WCBN Sports' YouTube channel. If you like what you're hearing here, or you like Michigan sports in general, we are also on 88.3 FM in Ann Arbor every day from 6 to 6:30 for daily sports reports. Sorry, that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, not every day. Jason Bucknor will be doing a throw-in, it appears. Jason Bucknor did not play high school college. Instead, he did several international competitions and played as a club for Miami in the USL2, the fourth tier of American soccer. A long throw in into the box, headed away by Rasmussen for the Wolverines. Bucknor has it back on the left side. Good defense by Chicago State to get the ball away. Passed up the pitch. Wolverines get to it first. They pass back and reset for another attack. Swike on the left side, looking for options. Sends a long pass through the defense to get to Evan Rasmussen. Sends it back his way. Evan Rasmussen now crossing the center circle. A pass for Pithers intercepted. Chicago State has an opportunity to do something here. Apau backing away from the Michigan defense. Mark Ibarra with some good, what I can only assume is called forecheck. That's the hockey term, although. Chicago State recollects the ball, trying to get something past the halfway line. Almost headed away, though, by Ryan Schultz. Chicago State maintains control. Battling for it is Kevin Buka. Chicago State still with the upper hand. Wolverines now passing back, and it's out of bounds off the Wolverines, they're calling it. Apau is going to have a throw-in. Apau, one of the players from Ghana. Both teams have players from Ghana, not necessarily on the pitch, but on their roster. The University of Wolverines with Mohamed Zaki and Umar Farouk Osman. A throw-in. A whistle now, as during the throw-in, one of the Chicago State players looks to have gotten kicked in the shin as well. It'll be a free kick for Chicago State. The score is still 0-0 as 40 minutes and 22 seconds remain in the first half. Most of the players for both teams are at the border of the goal penalty box and making their way towards the left wing for Chicago State. A whistle now calling play dead, as it appears it was kicked off before the ref signaled all was good. It's a bit far away, and the jerseys are hard to read about which player that is for Chicago State taking the free kick. He goes for it now. High up into the box, an opportunity for the Chicago State Cougars. Headed away by the Wolverines defense coming along the left wing now. Our Chicago State, they're retreating back. Couple of passes here. And that pass misses its target. Harry Pithers racing against Apau for it. And it'll be a goal kick for Owen Finnerty, as Apau cannot reach the ball in time. One of the teams was shouting to stay left, so we'll keep an eye out for that. Finnerty chooses to pass short out to Rogers. Rogers, a long-reaching pass towards the halfway line, all the way on the right sideline, where Michigan will play with the ball there for now. Across all the way to the left side, controlled by Jason Bucknor, who will pass it back to Swike, and Michigan will have to reset as the Chicago State defense held them to nothing on the offensive side of the pitch. Michigan now on the right wing. A strong kick in by Bryce Blevins, and a chance for Buka, but it was caught instead by Joe Bowles, the keeper for Chicago State. Buka had a chance to kick that one in, but it bounced too far in front of him and was able to go into the mitts. Chicago State attempted to clear the ball away. Ryan Schultz will get to it first. Schultz passes back to Swike, whereas Finnerty will now choose to kick it all the way to the other side of the pitch, into the offensive half. The 50-50 ball comes down for Chicago State. The ball is taken away by Pithers. Pithers passes on the right wing now. Earl Zeitz has it. Bryce Blevins is taking it towards the center of the pitch on the left side. Now on the left, Jason Bucknor. Inside the goal boxes are the Wolverines. Some tight defense, gets past them, and a cross goes just in front of Mark Ibarra, right in front of his feet. Must have been 2 or 3 feet from the goal line as it goes straight from the left side to the right side of the goal mouth. Couldn't be put in. The score remains 0-0. 7 minutes into the game. Joe Bowles will line up for a goal kick, pardon me. Clearing his cleats. Teams are lining up on the right side, the right wing for Chicago State. The Wolverines moving from my left to my right. Chicago State from my right to my left. Ball is on the far side. Wolverines maintain control as Chicago State still struggles to get anything in the terms of offensive opportunities. Keeping it on the right wing, a little back and forth between Pithers and Ryan Schultz. They transition instead to the left, saying that the defense was too tight for the Chicago State Cougars. Ball remains on the left side of the pitch, just back and forth. Austin Zweig, and it appears to be Evan Rasmussen. Attempted send into the penalty goal box. Pardon me. It's a little tough to call a game, just one person, but I'm doing my best. A POW for Chicago State now, reaching in towards the right corner of the goal box. He'll send a kick in, and that's blocked away masterfully by Ryan Schultz. It'll be a corner kick on the far side, which will be the right wing for Chicago State. Also, if you hear the wind, we are currently outside broadcasting instead of our usual location inside. So again, pardon. A POW is lined up right next to Owen Finnerty in front of the goal mouth. Still waiting for the corner kick. Here it comes. Headed away by the University of Michigan defense. Quinn Rogers gets it pretty far. Chicago State still maintains control as all 11 of Michigan's players were in the goal box. A good attempted pass into the goal box is caught instead by Owen Finnerty. And the University of Michigan will now have an opportunity for an offensive attack. Crossed over to the right side for Harry Pithers, still on the defensive half of the pitch. Bryce Blevins will run with it towards the center. A forward pass attempted. Chicago State defense holds it away. Michigan gets it back. Jason Bucknor passing over to the left side. Mark Ibarra still at the halfway line, still in midfield. Quinn Rogers and Evan Rasmussen passing back and forth, still on the left side. A missed pass, still recovered by Evan Rasmussen. Michigan controls play. There are 5 defenders for Chicago State entrapping them, which is why nothing much is happening. They're still in midfield on the left side. Crossed over to Pithers on the right side. Pithers running with it now, looking to get closer to the penalty area. Sends it forward for Kevin Buka. They're getting slowly pinned on the right corner. Buka across. Caught instead by Bowles. That was a shot on goal. Never mind, it's not counting as a shot. That was still on goal, though. Bowles with a kick. Making it 3/4 of the way through the field. Headed away by Ryan Schultz. University of Michigan keeping it in the air, header after header. Finally, it'll fall, and the University of Michigan will control. Pithers on the right side. Sends it forward. Uriel Zeitz. And then kicked out of bounds by the defense. Uriel Zeitz will have a throw-in. Sends it forward. Chicago State will intercept it instead. Straight off the throw-in. Not a mistake that you'd like to repeat, having a throw-in go directly towards the opposition. However, as they reach the offensive side of the pitch, Chicago State coughs it up to the University of Michigan. The Wolverines maintain control. The score is still 0-0. 33 minutes left to play in the first half. A strong kick by Zweig is blocked, and that'll go towards the left side of the pitch for the Chicago State offense. Pithers trapping the loose ball. Passed back to Finnerty in the goal mouth. Finnerty chooses to pass to Zweig on the left. Zweig passes forward. University of Michigan crossing halfway. Couple of good passes through some strong Chicago State defense. Rasmussen now, it's a 3-on-3 opportunity for the Wolverines. Rasmussen's caught up with, taken down. They're saying there's no foul on the play, and it'll be picked up by Bowles. A good, clean tackle by Chicago State ends that attack. Evan Rasmussen just at the edge of the penalty area on the left side, had a large amount of daylight but was too slow. Bowles sends it. Again, the Wolverines maintain control after a 50-50 ball. Now it's on the left side with Kevin Buka. He'll send it down the wing. Far, far ahead of any other University of Michigan players, and Bowles will catch that in his mitts. Bowles beckoning everyone forward, not wanting to overshoot everyone again. And he does. It goes from keeper to keeper as O Infinity now maintains control of the ball. O Infinity will pass forward. Quinn Rogers with the ball at the center of the defense. He'll send it back over to Pithers on the right. University of Michigan opting to play on the right side of the pitch. Chicago defense going strongly forward, and a foul has been called on Colwayne Allen, number 21 of the Chicago State University Cougars, as he pushed Harry Pithers off the ball with his hands. Pithers will pass back over to Ryan Schultz, who will send it over to the left side of the pitch, and it's sent right back. Pithers slowly approaching midfield. Pass back. Chicago State pressuring on the right wing for University of Michigan. Near side. University of Michigan will send it back. Mark Ibarra had to cough the ball back for the defense. Chicago State's advance is too strong. Strong kick from the University of Michigan defense will send the ball to the offensive half. That'll be controlled by Bryce Blevins, knocked away. Enrique Zamora will have control for Chicago State, as he'll send a pass through the central circle. Send a pass over to the left. Patrick Pears. Back to Enrique. Chicago State University retreating. They'll choose to cross it over to the right wing. And that will go out of bounds. Kevin Buca with the pressure on the defense to send the Chicago State University Cougars out of bounds. That throw-in will be done by Jason Bucknor, sent forward into a bit of traffic. Michigan still maintains control. Bucknor going in and out of defense, slips on the pitch. Kicked away by Chicago State defense, and another throw-in. This one appears to be taken by, again, Jason Bucknor. Jason Bucknor will be the one doing most of the throw-ins on the left side. Jason Bucknor, a freshman who started 6 of 6 games at the University of Michigan. Wolverines with an offensive opportunity as Evan Rasmussen towards the center. He'll send a pass out for Kevin Buca, who slips on the pitch as well. And that offensive opportunity goes nowhere as it's picked up harmlessly by Joe Bowles. Bowles with a strong kick, keeping it much lower this time. Controlled by Chicago State. It's up in the air towards the center, and they'll call a foul as Quinn Rogers attempted to make a tackle and tripped over his feet. Did Emmanuel Apau. Chicago State will have a free kick, approximately, let's call it 10 yards in front of midfield, just on the right side. This will be taken by Enrique Zamora. Zamora a junior coming out of Yuma, Arizona. All players lined up, pressuring on the left side of the penalty area. The kick goes high. Evan Rasmussen heads it away. And now Blevins running up the field. 3 Michigan attackers, 4 defenders for Chicago State. Blevins takes it. Sent over to Bucknor, who's on the right side this time. Bucknor sending a pass over to Blevins. And a strong tackle. They'll call that a foul on Chicago State. Apau arguing, but no such luck. And Bryce Blevins will take the free kick. Not much in the way of a threat of going straight into the goal, as he is up on the far right side of the pitch. We'll see if he can send a good cross in. About 10 yards left of the right sideline. He'll send the cross. A header opportunity for Evan Rasmussen. He misses. Goalie punches it away. Kevin Buca will have a rebound opportunity. That's not stopped by the defense. Pithers taken down. Play will continue. Michigan still has an opportunity. Evan Rasmussen misses the kick. And Joe Bowles will finally maintain control. Some great chances for the University of Michigan, but Bowles will keep that out. Strong defensive showing by Chicago State as well to make sure that a Evan Rasmussen kick will do nothing. Bulls punted it, and it bounced off a University of Michigan player and out of bounds on the right wing for Chicago State. The player who headed it appears to be down in some pain. That looks like it is Jason Bucknor, rolled over onto his back. Jason Bucknor with an assist, still looking for his first goal. Slowly getting up. Helped up, and he is walking it off. He will stay in the game. The throw-in on the right side for Chicago State, halfway between the goal line and the midfield. That's thrown in down the wing. Passed back. Still on the right side, taken away by the University of Michigan Wolverines. Kevin Buka dodges a slide tackle. Still on the left wing. That's a cross. Opportunity here for Uriel Zeitz. Zeitz goes behind the net or in. Pardon me, it looks behind the net. It is behind the net. That is no goal, despite the crowd. That is no goal. Zeitz shot it wide and ended up behind the net. The score is still 0-0. Zeitz, who actually had one of the best shooting percentages in shots on goal, he ranked 18th nationally in the NCAA in 2019. He transferred here from Columbia. His shooting percentage now falls to just 10% on goal, but I wouldn't expect that to continue. I expect him to make great improvements as someone who is famous for getting shots on goal. The goal kick controlled by Michigan after a 50-50 opportunity. Michigan on the left wing, sent it forward for Buka. Buka will try to run with it towards the goal, and that'll be a goal kick. They're saying that it was kicked out of bounds by Buka. Bulls getting ready. Everyone on the far side, that is Chicago State's right wing. Sent up in the air, falling at about halfway, midfield. A strong header from Jason Bucknor tries to get it for the University of Michigan Wolverines. Still battling for control. Zeitz with it. He'll send it back, University of Michigan with it. Sent back to the defensive half of the pitch. Transitioned over to the right wing by Ryan Schultz. Pithers trying to get past the defender. He does successfully. Pinned towards the far corner. Sliding tackle by Chicago State. Gets the ball back. Wolverines with some forward pressure. Attempting to do something. A clear attempt failed. Austin Spike with the ball for the Wolverines. A tackle. They're saying there was no foul on the play. Clean play. Keep going. Pithers maintaining control on the right side for the Wolverines. Passed back beyond midfield. Wolverines resetting for an attack. Another dangerous opportunity for the Wolverines, kept away by the Chicago State defense. Now it's over on the left side of the pitch, entering the goal box. That shot, and that's a goal. A strong shot from the left side of the pitch. Hoisted into the air. Appears to be Kevin Buka. 24 minutes left in the game. Kevin Buka with a goal from what appears to be, if my estimates are correct, 12 yards back and far on the left side. Buka, his first of the season. I'm 95% sure. And the Wolverines take a lead here. 24 minutes remaining in the first half. The Ultras slowly gaining numbers. The University of Michigan soccer fans section started with about 10 fans, pardon me. Now there appears to be about 30. The cowbell has made an appearance. Kevin Buka. This is his first goal of the 2021 campaign. On only his third shot of the season. It is also his first on goal. Kicked off the Chicago State Wolverines. Chicago State Cougars, pardon me. Kevin Buca, one of the shortest players on the field, and also one of the fastest. Wolverines maintain control on the right side. Kevin Buca was third in scoring last year in the 2021 spring campaign because 2020 fall was pushed back. He had 9 points in 10 games. Chicago State pins the Wolverines in the back right corner, and they'll take control of the ball. Pithers intercepts the pass with a sliding tackle, but that goes over to Enrique Zamora of Chicago State. They'll maintain control. They're on their left wing, retreating a little bit. Make a pass towards Enrique, entering the offensive half of the pitch. Enrique Zamora is down, no call. Wolverines will pass back to Finnerty, and they'll get something going on the right side. Pithers, halfway between the goal line and midfield. He'll send it back. Defense too strong. Back to Finnerty. Finnerty running up. He'll pass instead to the left wing. Austin Zweig. Austin Zweig is his first year as a second year as a starter. He is a fifth-year senior. University of Michigan couldn't get past midfield again. They'll choose to pass back. Finnerty over to the right side with Schultz. Schultz will send a far kick over to Rasmussen. Still on the defensive half of the pitch. Rasmussen will pass back to the left side. Schultz at the defensive position. He'll pass forward. Jason Bucknor with it on the left side. He'll pass back. Michigan having trouble breaching the offensive side of the pitch. Mark Ibarra with it now, still on the left side. That pass deflected. Still maintained control by the Wolverines, though. Bucknor on the left side. He'll pass it into the box. Kevin Buca with a cross. Number 11. It goes wide. Bryce Blevins takes a shot. That goes just left of the goal. Bryce Blevins leading the Wolverines in shots throughout this season. Won't be long until he finds a goal himself. Lining up for a goal kick is Bowles. Currently with 1 assist is Bryce Blevins on this year. That came against Detroit Mercy in the first game of the season. Chicago State coming up the right side. Strong defense by Michigan. They're in the goal box, though. Retreating a little bit. He'll cross it. Chicago State now on the left side, halfway between goal line and midfield. That's Patrick Price. Wolverines will kick it out of bounds. They'll say it goes off Chicago State. Wolverines will have a throw-in. A third of the way to midfield. Harry Pithers will take that. Quinn Rogers gets the assist on the Kevin Buca goal, officially scored at 2022. They're calling... I looked down at the stat sheet, and there's a lot of whistling. They're saying it's a free kick for Michigan after a foul. A warning given to Pyers. He will not get any repercussions in terms of carnage. They're correcting where the foul took place and where the ball will be. Pithers passes back. Still on the right side. They'll cross it. Austin Zweig. Back over to Schultz on the right side. Halfway to the midfield line. Passes it back. Quinn Rogers on the left side looking for an offensive opportunity here. A strong kick up over everyone's head. Zeitz trying to get to it. Chicago State will first. Up in the air. Lands with Wolverine control. Another strong kick by Zweig, headed away by Chicago State defense. Chicago State with it now, crossing midfield. Gets, with a small deke, gets past Quinn Rogers. Pass to the right wing, far side. A foul will be called on Jason Bucknor, pushing one of the players from Chicago State off the ball. The score is 1-0 after a goal by Kevin Buca. 20 minutes remain in the first half here at the University of Michigan Soccer Stadium. Passed away. Chicago State will maintain control in their defensive half. A strong forward opportunity with only the goalkeeper to beat. Number 20 on Chicago State, who has a name that I have not learned the pronunciation to. Had an offensive opportunity. Caught by Owen Finnerty. Finnerty will roll it away, and Michigan will attempt to have something going for him. Now back with it is the Wolverines. They'll send a kick strong forward towards the goal box, headed away by the defense. Chicago State now advancing on the left side of the field. Enrique Zamora with it, pressured by Pithers. An errant pass lands at the feet of Evan Rasmussen for the Wolverines, and the Wolverines will send it to the left side of the pitch. Now back to the right side with Mark Ibarra. Running forward, he'll send a cross towards the box. After a couple of rebounds, Bryce Blevins has an offensive chance. A weak kick, and it'll be scooped up by Bowles. 5 shots for the University of Michigan Wolverines here. And according to StatCast, 1 on goal. Sorry, 2 on goal. Just updated. Owen Finnerty with the ball for the Wolverines now in the penalty area. A whistle blown. Bucknor is down. Appears to be a timeout. Throughout the timeout, let's try to catch you up on some professional sports scores from across the nation. Today, the New York Yankees, rebounding from their tough loss against the Mets, they beat Minnesota Twins 6-5 in 10 innings. The only other games going on currently are Tampa Bay Toronto and St. Louis New York Mets. Mets with 2 outs and 2 men on. Medical trainers are tending to Jason Bucknor. We'll see if they'll have to make a substitution. Tonight, the Baltimore Ravens go to Las Vegas, where they'll start the Monday Night Football season. That'll be on ABC or ESPN. University of Michigan lost in volleyball yesterday, falling in 3 sets to the Tar Heels after choking away a 23-18 lead in the 4th set, and then the 5th set was all Tar Heels. They'll look to rebound back soon. University of Michigan women's soccer. Declan Gaffney going on for the University of Michigan Wolverines. Bucknor will come out. Declan Gaffney comes in as a sub more often than not. He has about 1 start per year to his name. No offensive stats to speak of for this campaign so far, but things are looking good for him. He's playing consistently more and more minutes. Finnerty will have the ball, and he'll send it over to the left with Austin Swike. Pass back to Finnerty at the center of the penalty area. Swike on the left side. He'll send it forward. Gaffney, now in the game, will pass it back. Chicago State gets control off an errant pass by Swike. Evan Rasmussen looks to intercept in the offensive area, but will not. Offsides called on Chicago State. Enrique Zamora getting a little overeager. Wolverines maintain control. 15 yards away from midfield. They are up on the left side. A strong kick by Austin Swike. Rasmussen looks ahead. He'll miss. Kevin Buka with an opportunity in the penalty area. He's at the center dot. He'll pass it over to Ybarra. Ybarra will shoot. That goes just wide. Ybarra with a golden opportunity. He shanks the kick, and he is down. It's appearing to be in a little bit of pain here. What a chance, and what a miss. Ybarra getting up, holding his right leg, ankle, knee. Strong defense by Chicago State. Had him off balance on that shot, and he shanked it just left. Ybarra jogging it off. Bowles getting ready for a goal kick. Falls to midfield. Declan Gaffney picking it out of the air, sending it forward with a brilliant pass over to Rasmussen. For the Wolverines, Rasmussen pinned at the far left corner, trying to retreat a little bit, gain himself some more space. He'll make a defender fall, but the next defender won't be as foolish, and he'll maintain control of the ball, taking it from Rasmussen. Rasmussen has really stepped up as an offensive powerhouse over the past 2 seasons for the Wolverines after seeing no time on the pitch during his freshman season. Wolverines have control of the ball now. Defensive side. They'll send it to the left. Gaffney trying to maintain some space. He'll send it towards the center for Ybarra. That pass is intercepted. A slide tackle by Quinn Rogers gets the ball. Rogers from his butt will pass it away. And the Wolverines have the ball in their defensive side. Now moving on to the right wing. Pithers sends a pass. That's blocked away by Enrique Zamora. And it'll be a throw-in taken by Uriel Zeitz. Pardon me, Harry Pithers. Halfway from the goal line to the midfield on the offensive side. After the throw-in, it'll be sent back to him, and he'll pass it backwards for the Wolverines to reset. Austin Swike, a long pass forward. Rasmussen chests it down. Ybarra back to Rasmussen, entering the penalty area. Rasmussen with a chance. Rasmussen, he's taken down. They're saying it's a clean tackle. Wolverines still have the ball. A shot by Ybarra, picked up by Bowles. Ref could have looked at that as a penalty shot. Rasmussen taken down. Ref says no play on. And another fantastic offensive chance for the Wolverines will come to nothing. They're still leading this game 1-0 with 15 minutes remaining in the first half over the Chicago State Cougars. Wolverines with now 3 shots on goal. 2 saves made by Bowles. Wolverines have control in the defensive zone, stealing it away from Chicago State. They'll send it over to the right wing. Harry Pithers at midfield will pass it back. Schultz will try sending it towards the center. A strong pass towards the left wing from the center of the defensive zone from Swike. Kevin Buka with it. It's a bit ahead of him, though. He'll send a cross in. It's back behind Denny Wolverine, not where he wanted to put it. Pithers battling for it now on the right wing. Pithers will maintain control, pass it back to Blevins. Blevins sends it back towards the center of the pitch. A long pass towards Buka. Buka has to get past the defender. Unsuccessful. Chicago State will clear it. Chicago State only has 1 attacking player now. 2 more will come in. A bad clear attempt. And now the Wolverines will have it. Uriel Zweitz unable to do anything with the ball. A good pickup for the Wolverines this year is Jens Hoff. He hasn't played yet. He's from Drammen, Norway. No offensive stats to his name, but does have a yellow card. Hasn't played since the 2nd game of the season, pardon me. A clear by the Chicago State goalkeeper. Will be a 50-50 ball. With some physical play, the Wolverines are able to maintain control over it. A long pass, attempted control by Rasmussen. The Wolverines will have to retreat. They're now on the left wing. Buka to Zeitz, still on the left wing. Passed back towards midfield. Running forward with it, the Wolverines, Declan Gaffney. A pass forward blocked away by the defense of Chicago State. It'll be a throw-in halfway between the goal line and the midfield line. Nearly exactly halfway. Pardon me. Declan Gaffney with it now. Waiting for a throw-in. Cameron Martin will go in for the Wolverines. Coming out appears to be Bryce Blevins. And that call is confirmed. Cameron Martin has played in all 11 matches last year. Hasn't played since the game against Duke at the beginning of September. And he transferred here from San Francisco. Wolverine throw-in. Attempting to get into the goal box. They're unable to breach it, though. A cross gets in. Chicago State gets to it first, and they'll clear it away. Clear attempt by Chicago State lands for the Wolverines. Passed back beyond the midfield line, directly in the center of the pitch. Wolverines running with it to the right. Harry Pithers retreating. Strong offensive play by Enrique Zamora. Strong defensive play by Enrique Zamora, pardon me. Entering the offensive zone, putting pressure on Pithers, making him send it all the way back to Finnerty, and the Wolverines will get restarted. 12 minutes remaining here in the first half. The Wolverines lead 1-0. Only 0 shots for Chicago State. A team that struggles to get anything on goal. Wolverines maintain control on the left side. A cross attempt, batted away by the defense. Chicago State will attempt to clear. Chest control by number 20, Tolawase. Unsuccessful as it goes towards the Wolverines' defense, and the Wolverines will have the ball. Sent forward with it are the Wolverines. A foul called. University of Michigan maintains control of the ball. It'll be a free kick. Sent backwards from where Ybarra thought the spot should be. Referee correcting that mistake. They're on the left side, about 15-ish, 10-ish yards away from the midfield line. This will be taken by Quinn Rogers, looking like he's gearing up for a chance in towards the penalty area. University of Michigan not having a side they're leaning towards pressure-wise. Evan Rasmussen looking for a header. That's gloved instead by Joe Bulls. Just a foot above Evan Rasmussen's head. Almost there, and almost an offensive opportunity. Instead, the Wolverines will have to play defense. Another goal kick by Bulls sent far over the heads of anyone who can get it for the Chicago State. Captured easily by the defense for the Wolverines. On the right side with it now is Schultz. He'll cross the midfield. He'll send it all the way to the left side of the pitch. That'll land for Chicago State. A nice header will knock that away from Lenny Wolverines. Chicago State will try to get something going here offensively. They'll cross midfield on the halfway. On the right side, they now have a chance as they're in the right corner. Trying to enter the goal box, penalty box. They're calling that a foul on Austin Swike. He appeared to be directly just outside the box. What will they call, though? And I mean just outside the box. Maybe 1 foot. And it appears it's not going to be a penalty shot. It will be instead a free kick. They are placing it just on the top right corner of the penalty area. Again, the dark green on the dark blue jerseys make it hard to read for Chicago State who exactly is what player. They're lining up for it. 9 minutes remain here in the first half. It's a 1-0 game for the Wolverines. 7 shots for the Wolverines, 3 on goal. 0 shots for the Chicago State Cougars. None on goal because 0-0. An attempted cross from Chicago State. A header opportunity for the Chicago State offense. Right in the goal box. Just got a little too far forward, and that's gloved easily. Christian Pulcelli is in for the Wolverines. He has very limited action in this campaign. Coming off the field for the Wolverines.
Also from Michigan, number 21, Bodie Saul.
Bodie Saul. I believe this is his University of Michigan debut. I do not know who came out for the Wolverines, and I will let you know as soon as I do. Finnerty with a strong kick. That'll land without a header. Battling for control with it now. Bodie Saul making his mark on the game already, heading it towards DeClan Gaffney, who will send it into the penalty area. Chicago State looking to maintain control. Pressure here by the Wolverines. An opportunity for Bodie Saul to make a shot. That'll be blocked. Chicago State coming up the right side now. Strong defense stopping that Bodie Saul attempt. A clear by Austin Swike. It'll land at the feet of Zamora. Attempted pass. That'll go too far. Schultz will clear it. It'll go out of bounds. A throw-in for Michigan. They're saying it was deflected. I still lack information on who came off for Michigan. But again, I'll get that to you as soon as I know. 7 minutes remain here in the first half. Now 8 shots for the Wolverines. 5 fouls committed by Chicago State, 4 by the Wolverines. Evan Rasmussen getting a little bit into a pushing match with Calloway and Allen. Allen starting to make some pushes on Rasmussen. Rasmussen will walk away from it. Refs getting a little heated with each other too. visibly frustrated. They're saying it'll be a throw-in. Harry Pithers with it at midfield on the right wing, almost on the line directly. He'll throw the ball down the wing, headed away by Chicago State, out of bounds, slowly advancing the ball up. They're about 30, 40 yards down into the offensive area. Michigan will choose to pass it back into the defensive half. Sent across to Austin Swyke on the left side. Strong kick forwards. Wolverines have a chance. Play is stopped. Appears offsides. Ball's up in the air after a free kick taken by the goalie, coming far, far out of his box to take it. Up in the air again. Wolverines attempted to clear. Chicago State controls on the left wing. Defensive play by Pithers attempted. Pithers attempted to clear. That bounced off of number 4, Patrick Pyers. I'm sorry if you can hear any profanity coming from the field. Pithers with the throw-in. Up in the air. Chicago State. That'll land in the stands. A reminder, if you're at any sporting events, keep your eye on the field at all times. Throw-in for Pithers. 5 feet in front of the midfield line on the right side. Sent down the wing for Evan Rasmussen. Taken by Saul. Saul sprinting down, pinning himself in the corner. A cross opportunity, headed away by Chicago State defense. You know Ybarra was looking for that. Almost timed perfectly. The Wolverines had a chance. We are now 5 minutes remaining in the half. Quinn Rogers will send it to the left wing. Declan Gaffney will miss the reception of the pass. It will be kicked away by Chicago State and sent out of bounds. Gaffney will throw it all the way back towards the midfield line. Wolverines reset. Sent forward towards the penalty area. A pass from Pulcelli missed. It's Mark. Saul will have it. Send it back to Rogers. Still pinned to the left wing. Attempted pass will go out of bounds. It will be a corner. They are calling it a corner. My humble opinion, no Chicago State player touched the ball, but that's why I am on the radio and not a referee. They also have a much better view than I do. The Wolverines with a corner kick, their second of the game. Sent in towards the box. Header opportunity, that's up in the air. Another one, still not down. Kept in by the Wolverines. And they're calling it a foul on the Wolverines in the penalty box. Chicago State will have the free kick. Again, WCBN Sports Radio, thank you for listening to this broadcast of the Wolverines men's soccer team. If you're enjoying hearing WCBN talk about sports, there's a panel talk show from 6 to 6:30 p.m. on 88.3 WCBN FM Ann Arbor. Your center for all University of Michigan sports on local FM radio. Bulls will send a goal kick. This time, Chicago State managed to get forward enough. Knocked out of bounds. Throw in for Pyers for Chicago State. Kevin Vargas goes on, and I tell you what, the roster sheet for Chicago State's website needs to be updated. I don't know who's coming in for Chicago State because the number did not match the name. I wasn't able to highlight. Anyways, pardon me. Chicago State will pass back to their goalie, and they'll have another opportunity to reset. Still looking for their first shot of the game, not just shot on goal, shots in general. Knocked out of bounds, bouncing into the Ultras fan section. Chicago State has 1:45 left to get a shot on goal this half, rather. Sent back, Pulcelli will maintain control for the Wolverines. He'll knock it out of the air. Good chest control. Now the Wolverines trying to send it up the left side. That Ybarra pass looking for Pulcelli, just a bit too far. Chicago State will have the ball now. Taken away by the defensive play of Cameron Martin. Wolverines still have the ball. Good pressure in the offensive zone for the Wolverines. Strong defensive play, not letting the Chicago State Cougars get anything done. Unable to clear it. A cross comes in towards the goal box. Evan Rasmussen looking to line up a header. Knocked away by defense. Harry Pithers maintaining pressure as Chicago State has the ball. Chicago State will pass it away, though. They'll try to cross midfield. Knocked away by Quinn Rogers. Quinn Rogers, a fantastic midfielder for the Wolverines, really has shown up these past 2 years on the Wolverines men's soccer team. Pass back to Finnerty. 35 seconds remain on this 1-0 game. Long pass by Austin Swike. Rasmussen misses it, bounces too far in front of him, and goes over his head. Chicago State will have control on their near side. Running forward, pass blocked by Pithers. Chicago State still with the ball, though. Still on the right side here. Evan Rasmussen applying defensive pressure. And the countdown sends its way through the stadium. Wolverines trying to do one last opportunity. They'll be cleared away, and that will mark the end of the half. At halftime, the Wolverines lead 1-0 over Chicago State Cougars. Owen Finnerty not having to do a whole lot of work today. Chicago State with 0 shots. 5 fouls aside. The University of Michigan, 8 shots on goal. 8 shots, 3 on goal. There we are. 1 offside per team. Fans will now go attempt to get concessions. Today was free hot dog day for the first 50 students.
The Michigan men's soccer team returns to home action on Tuesday, September 21st at 7 p.m. against Notre Dame. For tickets or more information, visit mgoblue.com.
If you can hear that pretty clearly, the stadium announcer just said the University of Michigan men's soccer team will return to September 21st, 7 p.m. I am 75% sure that game will be covered by WCBN Sports. So if that is, tune in. Be excited. Notre Dame, it's always a great game. If you're going to ask me my keys for what each team needs to do, University of Michigan needs to capitalize on those offensive opportunities. They've had plenty of dangerous chances in front of the net, but very few shots on goal when it comes to looking at how many they've actually taken. 2 shots went just left of the net, and not to mention that one chance that rolled basically on the goal line from left post to right post. That is all for me for now. That is all for me for now. Oh, sorry, pardon me. What does Chicago State need to do differently for the next half? The answer is shoot the ball. Chicago State has had much trouble getting past the defensive line for the University of Michigan Wolverines. They have 0 shots, and you can't score if you don't shoot. Quickly around the professional sports world, the St. Louis Cardinals have the lead over the New York Mets, taking 1-0. And we are now 25 minutes away from the Monday Night Football season starting up. I'm going to mute myself so I can snack on a free hot dog. And enjoy halftime. I will be back in 12-ish minutes. Welcome back, everyone. We are now 90 seconds away from the second half kicking off here at the University of Michigan Soccer Stadium, 2 miles south of downtown Ann Arbor. The weather has dropped a little bit here. The temperature has dropped a little bit here, and the wind is starting to pick up just a tad. To recap, the Wolverines have taken a 1-0 lead on 8 shots, 3 of which on goal. Chicago State University still looking for their first shot of the game. That goal from the University of Michigan Wolverines was scored by Kevin Buca, assisted by Quinn Rogers. The Wolverines have had a plethora of offensive opportunities, no shortage of dangerous chances in front of the goal mouth, but unable to capitalize as 2 shots went wide left, and plenty more just missed by the kick. Fouls were 5 apiece in the first half. Michigan with 2 corner kicks, Chicago State with 1. Chicago State not only having trouble shooting, having trouble even getting towards the offensive side of the pitch. The teams have switched sides now. Chicago State on the left side going towards the right, and Michigan on the right side going towards the left. Michigan will be the ones to start with the ball as the second half looks to get kicked off soon. The referee is getting back onto the pitch. The countdown clock has hit 0. The buzzer has sounded, and we're gearing up for the second half. The keys for the Chicago State Cougars to win this game is to get past that strong defensive line for the Wolverines. The defensive combination of Jason Bucknor, Ryan Schultz, Austin Zweig. That's it. It appears they've only gone with 3. Harry Pithers, a midfielder who's played much more defensive style, is the 4th one that I kept in my mind. They've been able to keep danger at bay all night long. University of Michigan looking to expand their lead as we get started here in the second half. The Wolverines up 1-0. Mark Ibarra will start. Looks like Jason Bucknor is not back on the pitch. I can't tell. Someone new looks like they're on. I could not tell you who it is. It appears to be Mohamed Zaki. And we're getting started here. The Wolverines will pass it back. Attempted clear, sent towards halfway through the offensive opportunity. Ibarra will get the ball away from Chicago State with a strong tackle. Pass towards the left wing. Now Declan Gaffney has it. Gaffney will accidentally dribble with the ball out of bounds on the right side. Chicago State will have a throw-in. About 25 yards into the offensive zone. Wolverines will attempt something. Looks like a pass, blocked away by the defense. Chicago State still in their defensive zone on the right wing. A good pass gets past the Michigan pressure. Michigan with the slide tackle, though. Number 17, Cameron Martin, gets the ball for the Wolverines. Falling over himself is Derek Broche. It'll fall out of bounds, and Chicago State will have the ball. Derek Broche slipped up on the left side of the pitch, about 15 yards from the goal line. A throw-in now. Knocked high into the air. Chicago State looking to win the 50-50 battle. That's also something they're going to have to work on if they want to have offensive opportunities in the second half. A strong collision between Cameron Martin and a Chicago State defender. The ball went out of bounds. They're saying off of Chicago State. Cameron Martin having a chance to throw in. He'll instead defer to Declan Gaffney for the throw-in. 20 yards out from the goal line on the left wing. Declan Gaffney throws into the box. Header opportunity. Chicago State defense will kick it away. The only attacker for the Wolverines was Cameron Martin in the box. Everyone else was a bit too far back. Wolverines maintain control, though. The clear unsuccessful. Zaki passing in towards Broche. In the penalty box, right in the middle of the field. Chicago State knocks it away. The clear still unsuccessful if they're looking to get it towards a Chicago State player. Wolverines maintain control. 5 yards in front of the midfield line. Passed on to the left side to Clan Gaffney. He'll choose to send it back beyond midfield into the defensive half. A strong pass, bit too strong, gets past Mark Ibarra, and it'll be a goal kick for Joe Bowles. That pass coming from Joel Harrison. Just a bit too far to the right and a bit too much heat on it. Mark Ibarra couldn't catch up. Joel Harrison, his first game this season, he was put on the Big Ten players to watch list. And since then hasn't done much, but looking for something now. Joe Bowles cleaning his cleats off. Strong kick. He had trouble controlling the velocity of his kicks in the first half. 50-50 ball. Wolverines win it. Saul. He'll cough it up to Chicago State. Taken by Broche. Broche will pass it off to Zaki. Zaki all alone on the right side in the goal box. Defensive play breaks it up. Zaki still with the ball. 5 yards from the goal line. Outside of the penalty box on the right side, though. Saul back to Zaki. Still on the right side. Across. Broche has a chance. Blocked away by Chicago State. Declan Gaffney with a strong shot. He scores! From outside the penalty area. A chip shot into the top right corner. Declan Gaffney with a goal. The crowd erupts. The University of Michigan Wolverines now lead 2-0. Declan Gaffney, the senior, known more for his academics than his athletics. No goals this season, and no goals in all of his time playing here at Michigan. Declan Gaffney with his first career goal as a Wolverine. That'll be one to remember. What a rocket, what a shot. There I am, making sure I'm not muted. I believe I can be heard.
The Michigan goal was scored by number 13, Declan Gaffney. That was his first career goal.
That was his first career goal. All right. Glad to see I'm correct. Chicago State with the ball on their defensive side. 25 yards from the goal line. Pinned on the left wing. Mohamed Zaki will take the ball away from Chicago State. Wolverines have control, still on the offensive side. Passed over 10 yards from midfield. Michigan will retreat, looking to have some more space to open up. They're now on the right wing. A strong pass from Harrison out towards Broche. Broche will have a pick set for him, and Joe Bowles will be able to put his gloves on it before Broche can get a foot on it. Chicago State, a far clear, a 50-50 ball up in the air. Good chest control by Chicago State. Apau will have the ball. His pass blocked. Wolverines now with it. Apau steals it away. Wolverines get it back. A lot of strong physical play. Ibarra attempting a pass. That's broken up by Chicago State. Number 16, Ben Suddiff with the break up there. Declan Gaffney's goal is going down unassisted. Chicago State at the midfield line on the left wing. It'll go out of bounds. University of Michigan Wolverines will have the ball. It'll be a throw-in, pretty much exactly at the midfield line on the left wing. Taken by Harry Pithers. Pithers with a throw. He'll send it back instead of forward. Harrison crosses. Austin Zweig running up with it. Declan Gaffney sends it forward to Martin. Martin running towards the center of the field. Instead, the Wolverines will pass back on the midfield line, 10 yards from the left wing. Zweig has it. He'll send it forward. Martin passing back to Zweig. Pressure from 3 defenders from Chicago State being too much. They'll choose to retreat. Chicago State looking for a clear. They get it successfully. Zweig with the ball now, heading it away. A holding foul being called on number 20, Tolawase. Still haven't learned how to pronounce that name yet, and I deeply apologize to any Chicago State fans listening. Michigan will have the ball moving forward. They're in the offensive zone. 5 yards away from the border of the penalty box. They're on the right wing. Running backwards if it is Pithers. He'll send it back. Inside the central circle is Swike. Harrison forward to Pithers. Pithers a long pass down the right wing. Martin unable to maintain control of the ball. It bounces over to Chicago State's players. Austin Swike. Some physical pressure, pushing back and forth. It's out of bounds, 5 yards in front of midfield. On the left wing, they are calling the ball to have gone out on Chicago State. The throw-in will be taken by Declan Gaffney. Gaffney will throw it back. Austin Swike on the left wing. Send it forward for Joel Harrison. Joel Harrison crosses midfield through the center circle. A pass towards Pithers on the right side. Sent back to the defensive half. Harrison with it, running forward now. A good chip pass, chested down by the Chicago State defense. As Chicago State pass goes too far left and too far forward, Wolverines will take control. And it looks like Rogers will pass it all the way back to Finnerty. We'll send it right back to Rogers. Rogers with a high and far cross over to Declan Gaffney. Mohamed Zaki with the ball now on the intersection where the left border is and the midfield line. He'll send it forward to Quinn Rogers. Lots of good passing in the air from the Wolverines. Getting forward with it now, an opportunity for Harry Pithers. A cross, broken up by Chicago State. Martin with a chance, still headed away by Chicago State defense. Looking to maintain pressure as the Wolverines, they still have the ball. A cross, Broche with a shot, that goes just wide. Didn't get all of it, maybe not even any of it. But he definitely got a foot somewhere on it, and it goes just wide, a goal kick. Joel Bowles will take it. Another great opportunity for the Wolverines. This time, Derek Broche unable to capitalize on the cross by Zaki. The University of Michigan Wolverines now lead 2-0. 36 minutes remain in the second half. Bowles lining things up. He'll take the kick. High in the air. 50-50 ball still. Wolverines come down with it. Mark Ibarra passes forward to the right side for Broche. Derek Broche, 20 yards from the goal. He'll send a kick in. That's way high and wide. Joe Bowles will get a goal kick. Not quite sure what Broche was trying to do there. Bowles lining up a goal kick. Appears to be a substitution. Number 22 for Kevin Vargas is coming on. And it appears that Enrique Zamora is coming off, possibly. Anyways, Apau controls the ball for the Chicago State Cougars on the right wing. 5 yards in front of the midfield line. He'll take it out of bounds. Wolverines have a throw-in. A far throw-in tries to get to Broche. Unsuccessful. Chicago State's being pinned in their own defensive back right corner. The near side. Michigan's left wing. Clear attempt from Chicago State. Bounces off a Wolverines player, specifically Derek Broche. And they'll get a throw-in. Far throw-in. 50-50 ball. Chicago State controls. Pass intercepted by Mark Ibarra. Quinn Rogers with the ball now. Coughs up Chicago State, who will pass it far, far into the offensive zone. Nobody there for the Cougars. And now 10 yards in front of their own penalty area. The Wolverines will pass back and forth from left side to right side, looking for an opportunity as things start to slow down. Austin Swike responds to pressure by passing forward to Rogers. Rogers in the center of the pitch. A long forward pass. Wolverines have the ball on the right wing, going towards the goal mouth. A defensive knockaway from Chicago State, probably meant to give Wolverines a throw, and instead that'll be a corner kick taken on University of Michigan's right wing. Mark Ibarra will be the one doing it. This will be the fourth corner kick for the Wolverines this game. None of them have come to any sort of offensive goal, but there's always the next one. Ibarra lining up, looking like he's going to pass It's up in the air, a header opportunity. Derek Broche, a great save. Nearly at the height of the crossbar. Joel Bowles gets a hand on it, bounces it off the crossbar, up and over. Another corner kick for the Wolverines. Derek Broche looking for a goal. A fantastic save. Another one. Harrison with a header. That misses, bounces off his chest. Bodie Saul with it on the left side of the goal. Cross to Harrison. Harrison knocks it down. Harrison with a pass to Pithers. Broche. Broche doesn't get any power on it. An attempted mule-style kick from Cameron Martin. Nothing will come of it. Another save. Now 13 shots for the Wolverines, 5 of which on goal. And 2 goals for the Wolverines. No shots for Chicago State. Goal kick headed away by Joel Harrison. Bodie Saul. Mohamed Zaki on the left side. Passing forwards with it are the Wolverines. Crosses in towards the center of the offensive half. Chicago State will maintain control, bring it back to their own goal area before sending a far-reaching pass. The University of Michigan Wolverines will have the ball when it comes down. Wolverines halfway into the offensive half. 3/4 way down the field on the right wing, retreating back to the midfield line. Passing back. Wolverines now on the left side. 15 yards in front of the midfield line is Declan Gaffney. Gaffney trying to get past the defender. Fantastic defensive play by Apau. Apau taken down on the play. Ref says no foul, saying he dove. Wolverines maintain control as play continues on. Swyke and Harrison playing their back and forth, left side, right side. Wolverines up to go on the right side. A long pass towards the goal. Just a bit too far and too powerful. And a bit too far to the right. Bodie Saul unable to get to it. Chicago State, another substitution. Jethro Umanji comes in for Chicago State, coming off the leader of the Chicago State Cougars on the field, Emmanuel Apau. Bowles with the goal kick. The score is still 2-0. 31 minutes remain in the half. It's up in the air. A header by Austin Swyke. The Wolverines have control. Ybarra, a far pass to Cameron Martin. Just a bit too much heat on it. Bowles will be able to take that into his mitts. And he'll send a far punt. Stays low to the pitch, though. Chicago State has control. A cross, broken up by Harrison. Zaki heads it forwards. Derek Broche on the left wing. It goes out of bounds 15 yards in front of half line. They're saying it went off of Chicago State. The Wolverines will have the throw-in. The ref is changing his mind. He said, and I quote, my mistake is now going for Chicago State. Thrown in, a couple feet in front of Chicago State. They'll take it back into their own goal, send it back to Bowles. Derek Broche with pressure. Bowles sends it high and away, lands in midfield on the line. Wolverines gain control of the 50-50 ball. Passed back to Clan Gaffney. Swyke sends it over to Harrison on the right. Harrison, a forward pass towards the midfield line. Crossing it is the Wolverines. They're pinned within 5 feet of the right sideline. Passing back, too much pressure ahead from the Chicago State defense. Swyke back to Harrison. Harrison directly over to the center of the pitch. Sent forward to Zibara. Back towards Harrison in the defensive side. Derek Broche on the right side. He'll send a pass over towards Pithers. Pithers fell, but got back up in time to receive the pass. Coughed up to the defense. Knocked out of bounds by an attempted pass from Chicago State. And the Wolverines will have a throw-in on the right sideline, about 15 yards from the goal line. Derek Broche, 5 feet in front of where the throw-in takes place. The ball goes to his feet. Bodie Saul tries to get a pass in towards the penalty box. That's kicked away. Finnerty coming all the way out, twice the length of the goal box towards the ball. In the center of the pitch, he'll pass it forwards towards Harrison. Quinn Rogers, a far pass to the left side. Not on target. Declan Gaffney couldn't get to it. Chicago State with the ball. Chicago State playing around in their defensive half. Pretty much in the center. And now the Wolverines on the right side with it. Crossing the midfield line. An attempted pass towards Broche. Just broken up. Mark Ybarra was ready to receive that. Wolverines now on the right side. Chicago Cougars on the right side. Number 13 trying to get past Bodie Saul. Unsuccessful. Bodie Saul with the ball now. On the right side. A strong tackle from number 21, Alan Calwain. Knocks down one of the Wolverines players. I'm unable to tell you who that is. That was Rogers. A foul called on the play, no cardage. 21 getting a warning. Stern talking to from the referee. A yellow card comes out of the pocket. That is the first card of the game. The yellow card on Alan Calwain.
A yellow card has been issued to Chicago State's 21 Calwain Allen.
Taking the kick from 10 yards back from the midline. About halfway between the center field and the left sideline.
23, Eduardo Flores.
Chicago State comes in. Looks like Calwain comes out. That is correct. The ball is passed back towards Owen Finnerty, who sends it forward on the right side. Wolverines halfway towards the midline, looking to do something. Now it's on the left. Swike and Gaffney passing back and forth. Sent back to the right. They now cross the midline in the center circle. Wolverines going forward with it. Just to the left of the center circle. Now 15 yards in front of the midline. That pass to Declan Gaffney, broken up by the Chicago State defense. Gaffney applying pressure. The ball is up, and it is out of bounds on the sideline. Wolverines will have a throw in 15 yards from the goal line on the left side. Can't tell you who that is. That's too near. The stands are in my way, taking the throw in. Wolverines not having anyone quite near the throw. It'll be far. Mark Ybarra with the ball, pushed off of it by Chicago State defense. A clear ends up going back towards Michigan. They have the ball in the goal box. Zaki just comes back out of his goal box into that little arc. Zaki attempts a pass. Unable to get to it is Martin, not realizing the pass was coming towards him. He just retreats in the box, and the ball will roll harmlessly to Bowles. Bowles will choose to throw it. Pardon me, rather he'll drop kick it. The 50-50 ball comes back. Michigan maintains control. A sliding tackle. Chicago State looks like a player injured himself on the sliding tackle. He's the one who did it. Can't tell you who it is. Gingerly on his left knee. Wolverines with the ball now. At the midfield line, passing back with it. They're now on the left wing. Crossed over to the right. Harrison at his own penalty area. They'll send it forward to Pithers on the right side. Pithers pretty much on the sideline. Chooses to pass back instead. Wolverines transitioning over to the left side of the pitch. Swike crosses the midfield line. A pass for Gaffney, broken up by number 13, Mizael Valeriano from Haiti. Pardon me, Florida. Those are not the same place. A strong throw-in from the Wolverines, all the way back towards the center circle on the midfield line. Harrison has the ball. He'll send it forward for Ybarra. Ybarra sends it over to the right side, pretty much on the sideline. A cross in. No Wolverine is near it. Chicago State will have the ball in their own goal box. Now on the right side for Chicago State, right wing. Declan Gaffney applying pressure, trying to steal it away. They're going to call it a foul on Gaffney. Chicago State has the ball. Bit of physical play. Chicago State player fell down. They're calling it a foul on Gaffney. All right, everyone moving to the offensive half of the pitch for Chicago State. The goalie will take the free kick. He'll send it high into the air. Coming down on the right side of the pitch, they're calling an elbow thrown by Zweig, and it looks like a Chicago State player landed pretty firmly on his butt, holding his butt in pain. Again, if you can hear any profanity from the field, I do apologize. There are now 24 minutes remaining in the second half of this game. The sun has gone down now here in Ann Arbor. The Wolverines lead 2-0. 13 shots for the Wolverines, 0 for Chicago State. Unable to get up is the fallen player for Chicago State Cougars. It appears that Rocha Ludovic will take the free kick. Rocha Ludovic. It's about 10 yards in front of the midfield line and about 10 yards from the right sideline.
Chicago State. Tolu.
Strong kick in towards the center of the penalty area. Will Chicago State get their first shot on goal or shot of the game? And the answer is not on that attempt. Michigan defense pinned back in their left corner. Kick, clear attempt, bounces off Chicago State, and it will be a throw-in pretty much at the corner arc. Chicago State with the ball now. Michigan with a throw-in now. Far throw-in, must have traveled about 40 yards, 50 yards. Chicago State gets it. They'll send it up into the air. 50-50 ball. Chicago State controls it 10 yards back of the half line on their left wing. They'll choose to send it back into the penalty area for their goalie to kick. He'll opt to pass back. Bowles with a strong kick up in the air. That's going to fall down to Austin Zweig. Zweig will head it. Bodie Saul misses the header. Still a 50-50 ball. Chicago State looking like they're going to get control. Chicago State doing much better at getting those balls that are up in the air. Once they land, getting control for them. Crossing over to the right side of the field, 5 yards back of the half line. Chicago State with the ball. Trying to put pressure on the Wolverines here. It'll roll out of bounds, bouncing off of a Michigan player. Chicago State will have a throw-in. 30 yards in, 30 yards to the goal. Chicago State, a strong kick. That one shanked up to the left off of the inner boot. And Michigan will be able to clear. In the meantime, I can tell you that the Toronto Blue Jays are now leading 4-0 in the bottom of the fourth over Tampa Bay. And the St. Louis Cardinals are now leading 2-0 over the Mets. Throw-in lands 5 feet in front. Still on the right side of the penalty box. They march in. Defensive stop by Zweig to prevent the cross from going anywhere. It's a corner kick for the Cougars. See what they can do here. Everyone on the far left side for the Cougars in the box. Strong kick, looking for a header. Unsuccessful, it falls to the pitch. Wolverines with the ball. Clear attempt by Quinn Rogers. Bounces off a Chicago State University player. And it'll be a throw-in for Michigan. 25 yards in front of the goal line on the left pitch, side of the pitch. Evan Rasmussen comes on. Kevin Buka comes on. And Zeitz comes in. Coming off is Zaki. Looks like Broche is staying on. Mark Ibarra coming off. This appears to be his first time spent this season not on the pitch. And coming off as well is Bodie Saul. Bodie Saul enjoying his first game here as the Wolverine on the pitch. Lasts about 20-ish, 25-ish minutes. Pretty substantial amount of play for him. Wolverines on the right side of the pitch, pretty much pinned to their sideline. Sent across as they retreat. Gaffney sends it back into the top left corner of the penalty area. Swyke with a far clear, just over Rasmussen's head. Chicago State will have the ball. Rasmussen steals it away. Rasmussen looks for a pass to Broche. 5 feet ahead of him, he does. A whistle blown. A foul called on... offsides, rather. Pardon me. Called on Derek Broche. 20 minutes now remain in this 2-0 game. Chicago State still looking for their first shot. "13 yards ahead of the top right corner of the goal box is where Bowles will take that free kick. Every player for Chicago State on the offensive side of the pitch, mostly on the right side. Strong kick actually goes towards the center. Headed away by Harrison. Still pressure applied by Chicago State from the top left corner of the box. Rasmussen with the steal. Pardon me, Kevin Buka with the steal. Rasmussen now has the ball on the left side of the pitch, right wing of the pitch rather, far side. He'll carry the ball out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Chicago State. 15 yards from midline. Throw-in, lands at the feet of a Chicago State player. Rasmussen with the steal. Rasmussen very good at getting the ball from the attacking players. A leading pass. Opportunity for Martin. Martin chips it over. Bounces off the crossbar. Derek Broche with a shot. That rolls into the hands of Bowles. A high chip shot from Cameron Martin. Bounces off the crossbar. Broche couldn't put in the rebound with any power. And another offensive opportunity missed by the Wolverines. Backpedaling was Joel Harrison. Looks to fall back over on himself. No one touched him, but he looks to be in some considerable pain, tripping as he backpedaled. Wolverines bringing on medical assistance. 2 trainers rushing onto the field. That Cameron Martin shot was very dangerous. All alone in the top of the penalty area. Chipped it miles above the goalie, who was too far forward to be able to get back in time. And instead of sneaking into the goal, it bounces off the top woodwork. And then Broche couldn't land it with any power. Timeout for injury. Houston Astros lead the Texans 3-0 in the bottom of the first. St. Louis and Toronto both maintaining their leads. Baltimore Ravens and Raiders, 5 minutes left in the first quarter, are tied at 0. The Ravens looking to be in some considerable offensive trouble now that their top 3 running backs have succumbed to season-ending injuries. 2 ACL tears on the same day. Baltimore Ravens players have long since complained about how hard the practices are preseason-wise and how dangerous they can be. And the Ravens are struggling with that now. J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards, a powerhouse dynamic duo of running, especially paired with Lamar Jackson. Off the field now with help, not putting much weight on his leg. It's Joel Harrison. We'll see what the team says about him. Looks like he hurt his ankle. But he's putting weight on both feet. Not favoring one leg more than the other, so that's a good sign to see. But he does have 2 arms slung over the shoulders of Michigan trainers. Coming on for the Wolverines. In his place. Could not tell you. Wolverines fielding 10 players. We'll see who comes in. Clock stopped with 18:45 left. Michigan leads 2-0. If you're unfamiliar with the NCAA, clock stops for injuries. And I believe goals. Coming in for the Wolverines is Ryan Schultz. Ryan Schultz out of New Jersey, played for the New York Red Bulls Academy before coming to college. Free kick from Chicago State. A sign of respect, passing it over towards Owen Finnerty, allowing the Wolverines to have a chance. Sent over to the left side of the pitch on the offensive half is the ball. Cameron Martin at the top edge of the goal mouth, penalty area. He'll choose to pass it to the left corner with Declan Gaffney. Marin retreats 5 yards away from the top of the mouth, 5 yards from the sideline, and 5 yards from the penalty area. Pushed down by number 18, Ludovic Rocha. Ludovic Rocha. I think it's Ludovic Rocha. And Quinn Rogers will have a free kick. 5 to 10 yards from the left sideline and 5 to 10 yards in front of the top border of the penalty area. Looks like he'll try to get a cross in. Michigan playing for a header. Sent in towards the area, defended away. Michigan keeps pressure on with Declan Gaffney. And two players from the Wolverines, one on the Wolverines, Declan Gaffney, collides, holding his head as a Chicago State player jumped high into the air and hits the Michigan player, Declan Gaffney, on his top half. The Chicago State player, toppling head over heels, landing what appears to be on his top half. He's also holding his head in pain. And they're calling that a foul on Declan Gaffney. Chicago State will have the ball. Gaffney standing up. Slowly sitting up is the Chicago State player. That's number 21, Alan Calwain. Or Calwain, there's a hyphen there, but not on the roster sheet. Fans applauding as he's standing up. Trainer looking at him. They will keep him in. Kevin Buka. Excited to play. Oh, pardon me, they're taking him out. Walking off under his own power. The fans applauding. Chicago State still looking for their first shot. 17 minutes into this 17 minutes remain of this 2-0 game. Strong kick from Bowles, up high in the air. 50-50, headed away by Declan Gaffney. Chicago State will have a throw-in, 17-ish yards from the goal line. St. Tennis on the right sideline. WCBN also has coverage. Matty Apu comes in. That's the pronunciation, not a pow. Apu. WCBN Sports also covers Michigan football. Tune in as Northern Illinois University comes to the Big House. Looks to be a fun game as Michigan will try to stretch their legs with their passing attack after not really using it. Only 2 successful forward passes by Cade McNamara this week against Northwestern. Sorry, Washington. Purple teams, you know. Throw in for Chicago State. Up in the air. Another 50-50 ball, a collision in midair. Called for a foul on the Wolverines. Chicago State trying to get a little head start on the play. Referee says no, put it back. 5 yards from the midfield line and pretty much dead center horizontally. A strong attempt in towards the box. Michigan defends away successfully. Keeping away from the corner kick is one of the Wolverines. He'll attempt to clear, bounces off the back of a Chicago State player, out of bounds. Owen Finnerty with a goal kick. Again, thank you for tuning in to WCBN Sports, your Ann Arbor coverage for all things Michigan sports. Goal kick up in the air, a 50-50 ball. Still bouncing around. Controlled down by Pithers. Pithers sends it to the right side of the pitch. A pass too far for Kevin Buka to reach, but the ball will slow down enough. Chicago State maintaining control. One of the Chicago State defenders putting his body between Buka and the ball, and it'll roll out of bounds. A goal kick for Joe Bowles in Chicago State. 15 minutes remain here in the second half. All players for Chicago State pretty much lined up on the left wing. 50-50 ball, bounces off a couple heads. Chicago State maintaining control. Too far with that header. Austin Swike for the Wolverines has it on the left border of the goal now, the penalty area. Offsides is called on Chicago State after a pass. Wolverines all pulled back, leaving one Chicago State player offsides. That is the second offsides called on Chicago State to this point. Now Infinity will take the free kick. About 8-ish yards from the right sideline. Let's call it 10 from the goal line. Strong kick. Up in the air, stays on the right wing for the Wolverines. Rasmussen controls it down. They're saying there was an elbow thrown. Ref made a call Chicago State is not happy with. Chicago State will have the ball. Strong kick in towards the goal mouth. A header. Misses just left. Didn't look like it was supposed to be a shot. We'll see if the official stat keepers count it. Oh, Infinity will have a goal kick instead. And it appears the answer is no. No shot for the Cougars. Infinity with the ball on the top right corner of the goal area. Strong kick, keeps it low. It'll roll into the offensive half. Chicago State maintains control. Harrison trying to get it away from Chicago State. A shoe is on the field. A chance for Buka. He runs off sides with it. Evan Rasmussen lost his cleat on the play. Not allowed time to put it back on. The game continues. He's struggling with it. He gets it on. Not often you see that. Make sure to double knot the bunny ears. Strong goal kick from Bowles. Sails 75% of the way down the pitch. It's kept on the right side for Chicago State. Two Wolverines pressure the Chicago State player out of bounds. Throw in. Strong throw by Declan Gaffney. Comes all the way to the offensive side. A nice kick by Derek Broche keeps it in play. Backed up towards the midfield line is the Wolverines. Kevin Buka coming in. Reaches the top right corner of the penalty area. He'll send a cross in. A header chance for Rasmussen. Knocked down by the Bulls. A good header by Rasmussen. And the Chicago State Cougars will pass a bit too far right. Another throw in for the Wolverines. Declan Gaffney will take it. A header opportunity. Much better from Rasmussen than we've seen him do earlier in the game. Wolverines throw-in leads to nothing. Chicago State. There's a chance. A player in all alone on the right side. Ball's too far to the right. Cross. Knocked out by a falling Rogers. Chicago State has the ball at the top of the arc. A weak shot. But a shot nonetheless. Officially, Finnerty will have the ball in his hands. And the first shot on goal of the game for Chicago State Cougars will come with 11 minutes remaining in the second half. Strong goal kick. Brought into the offensive half. Chicago State gets control of the ball, though, taken away from Rasmussen on a pass towards the left side. Goalie for Chicago State tries to clear. Stays in the defensive half for Chicago State. On the right side, attempted cross of midfield, taken away from behind by the Uriel Zeitz. Wolverines on the right side of the center circle. Marching all the way forward. A pass in towards the penalty area. Buka wasn't on board with that play, didn't realize what was happening, and the pass goes a bit too far forward. Buka wasn't ready for it. knocked away by Chicago State defense, and it will be a throw-in 40 yards out from the goal area. There's a Chicago State player down on the field, clutching his right hamstring. Brennan Callow comes into the game. Brennan Callow has not appeared this season until now. He played 5 games last year, 2 of them starts. No offensive stats to his name yet. Ludovic Rocha comes in for Enrique Zamora for Chicago State. Ryan Schultz is the one coming out on the Wolverine side. Brennan Callow, a junior from Cincinnati, Ohio. 1 shot last year in the 5 games, 1 on goal. Don't expect many more from him as he's a defenseman, but defensive stats are not tracked by mgoblue.com. So that's all I got for you. Wolverines will throw in 30 yards away from the goal line on the right side. Passed back, Chicago State intercepts the pass. Chicago State running down the left wing for them. Cleared out by Austin Zweig, and that goes into the practice field high over the fence. Out of bounds. We'll see where they'll spot it. About 30 yards in. Another out of bounds play, knocked away by a Michigan defender. That throw-ins from the midline. Play is stopped, unsure of why. Derek Broche also says from the field, why? The Ravens are now leading 7-0 over the Raiders. Touchdown coming from Tyson Williams. Chicago State, Michigan playing on the far side. A pass for Rasmussen goes a bit too far. Rasmussen unable to get to the ball. A foul is called on Rasmussen. Bowles will take the goal kick. 8.5 minutes remain in this game. The Michigan Wolverines lead 2-0, 14 shots to 1. Strong kick. Goes about 80% of the way down the field. Broche with a pass. Stays on the right side, crosses midfield. A far pass, it's a foot race for it. Wolverines get there first. Gets past the defender in the penalty box. Across, Broche with a header attempt. They're calling Broche offsides. He was just a bit ahead of the defenders. He was about to pass it back to Rasmussen, who was going to fire a rocket. Bowles out of position. Bowles with the kick. Lands at midfield. 10 yards ahead of the line. Wolverines keep control. Declan Gaffney sprinting down the left side. He'll pass back. Staying on the left sideline. Cougars think it went out of bounds. Unknown. I also don't know what that hand signal from the referee is. It appears to be out of bounds on the Wolverines. The Cougars were correct. The Wolverines have a new player. Bryce Blevins comes in. First time reappearing since the first half. Blevins comes in for Derek Broche. Derek Broche, a fan favorite from the Wolverines. Throw in from Chicago State. Leads to a far kick into the center circle. Wolverines maintain control and pass back. They're in the center of their defensive half. Crossing midfield, 5 feet away from the right sideline is Pithers. He likes to play tight to the edge. Strong pass from the Wolverines, deflected, but Rasmussen still has it. Rasmussen loses it. They're calling a whistle, and another foul on Rasmussen. Again, the referee unhappy with the Chicago State's pace of play, trying to resume so quickly after the whistle was blown. Got to wait for the referee's signal. Bit overeager. Bulls with a kick. Up high. Moves over to the right side, right wing. A cross. Looked like he was gearing up for a shot. Ends up just being nothing. From Chicago State, and it'll fall harmlessly into the box. Kicked away by the Michigan defenders, and the Wolverines will clear it. Bulls with a strong kick up high. Lands in the center circle, about 5 feet in front of the midfield line. Cougars bring it to themselves on the right side. A curled shot headed away by Michigan. Had about 10 feet left to go before it reached the goal. Wolverines fouled on a play. The player fouled was Uriel Zeitz. A yellow card on the Cougars. Specifically, the team. The card was, card is to Guy Diide. Wolverines now start play. They're on the right side of the pitch. They're the far side, their right wing. Attempted pass from behind the midfield line. Goes forward, taken down by Chicago State. Chicago State will have the ball. 5 minutes here remain in the game. The score is 2-0 Wolverines. Quinn Rogers with the ball at the bottom of the center circle in the offensive zone. Zeitz running forward with it, loses control. Attempted pass to no one. Thought that the offense was going to go forward. It did not. Bowles scoops the ball up, sends it downfield. Bit too hasty. Chicago State didn't have all their players in position, and the Wolverines have control. Coming down the right side, 45 yards from the goal line, are the Wolverines. Cross. Evan Rasmussen looking for it. Defended away by the Chicago State Cougars and sent down. It'll cross the midfield line with no Chicago State player attached to the ball. Wolverines send it forward. Rasmussen with good chest control. I'm unsure of what was called there, but it's Chicago State ball. Perhaps it bounced off the shoulder of a Wolverine player. 15 yards from the midfield line, pretty much dead center horizontally. Bulls will take a goal kick. All Chicago State players are on the offensive half, 8 of them in the border of the penalty area. The referee making the goalies bring the ball back another 5.5 yards. Bulls with the kick. Keeps it low. Into the penalty area. A header. Goes up. Not forward, though. Chicago State maintains control at the top of the low arc. A good slide tackle from number 18 for the Wolverines. Knocks it away. Rasmussen all alone in front. Wolverines had 9 defenders back on that play. Rasmussen sends it back to Brennan Callow. Brennan Callow passes over to Finnerty. Finnerty right in front of his goal. A strong kick. Keeps it low. Had to act fast. Pressure was coming in from Chicago State. Keeping it in play. Oh, just getting it out of play on the kick from Owen Finnerty. A sliding kick by Martin, unable to save the ball from crossing the white line. Throw in. It is 9 p.m. here. 2 minutes remain in the game, in the half. We'll see if Chicago State can score 2 more goals to make it go to overtime. A throw-in. The ball goes into the penalty area. Offensive opportunity for Chicago State. Ball comes back out, sent back in. Still in the middle horizontally. Clear by the Wolverines. Rasmussen comes down with it. Rasmussen with a kick. Out of bounds on the left side. Content to keep the clock rolling. 2 minutes remaining in the game. Down to 100 seconds now. Throw in, Chicago State acting fast. Trying to get it past the mid-line. Unable to. Rasmussen with the steal. Rasmussen sends it over. Chicago State calling for a handsball on a clear attempt. Blocked down by Bryce Blevins. Referee does not comply. Wolverines have the ball on their defensive side. Bring it over. Crossing the center line. But the ball just goes a bit too far to the right on the cross pass. And it'll be out of bounds. Chicago State with the opportunity to throw in. Pardon me, excuse me. 1 minute remains here in Michigan Soccer Stadium. Chicago State advancing with the ball. A nice pass into the box. Knocked away with a header. Wolverines keeping the pressure out. 40 seconds now remain. Chicago State looking for a goal. Specifically 2 to tie it. A shot, save, and it bounces off a player of the Wolverines, and it goes into the goal. 33 seconds left. Chicago State scores. Can't tell you who it was, but I can tell you that it bounced off Austin Swike. Finnerty, furious at himself, slamming the pitch in rage. The score is now 2-1. The second shot from the Chicago State Cougars finds itself in goal. Again, I do apologize if you can hear profanity from the field. Finnerty had fallen over on the play. Just got past him. He is very displeased with himself. Wolverines looking to clear. 23 seconds remain now in the game. Wolverines putting all the players on defense, knowing that another goal will send it to overtime. Lots of pressure from the Wolverines. 10 seconds remain. You can hear the countdown. Chicago State brings it to the right side. Good pressure by the Wolverines. Declan Gaffney sends it out of the bounds on the right side, and that is the game. Despite the last-minute goal from the Chicago State Cougars, the Wolverines managed to hold on, and they win this one 2-1. The goals today came from 20 minutes and 28 seconds into the first half. Kevin Buca, assisted by Quinn Rogers. The next one was Declan Gaffney's goal, his first of his career at college, despite being a junior. He made it 2-0 with a beauty of a kick, a fantastic chip shot, and then off of a defensive blunder, something that truly annoyed Finnerty, Chicago State scores a goal with 89 minutes and 24 seconds played in the game. Enrique Zamora, the one who made it. 2 yellow cards on the game, both of them on Chicago State. Alan Calwain and Guy Diadi. Pronunciation unknown. That's it for the Wolverines, and that's it for WCBN here at the University of Michigan Soccer Stadium. Our next broadcast will be this Saturday as the Northern Illinois University football team comes to the Big House. If you liked what you heard, you can listen more at the University of Michigan's student radio station, WCBN. You can find that if you tune your FM dial to 88.3. 6 to 6:30 is the Daily Sports Report on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. A talk show about all things Michigan and professional sports. I am Joshua Tenzer, signing off, saying good night, and go blue. Yeah.